Really?
Oh yeah. See, Warren is such a wrestler.
I got to think about CM Punk like you do with Cody Rhodes. I guess I
There
don't
you
know.
go. See,
Oh,
yeah, he don't like CM Punk. Yo,
How's everybody
but
doing?
doing all right, man, doing all right. But
well,
to
you
give credit
came
where
just in
credit's due.
time, Warren, because we were making Brian
What the hell
eat his
you doing?
words. Good.
What are
I'm
you
making
doing,
Brian
buddy?
eat his words. So go ahead, Brian, and apologize.
Apologize. Yo,
I
listen,
ain't apologizing.
I am sorry
Mm-hmm.
for knocking. You know who I'm sorry for knocking or sleeping on?
That's how
Drew.
My
you work a
boy
tricep pump.
Drew. My boy
Yep.
Drew McIntyre. Yo, Drew McIntyre. He's a whole nother fucking animal, yo. Did y'all see on Raw? I did not. I was like, please let this shit be over. All right, CM Punk, you gonna start jumping at the Gunther. I like how they played it too, because he came out, he cut the promo on Gunther, and then out of the crowd, he came in and just made it hot again. He
Yeah.
he beat Punk ass. He said, fuck this bracelet. When he broke it and shoved it in his mouth, I was like, yeah, I'm Drew McIntyre. As of right now, I give Drew McIntyre heel of the fucking year award. There's no doubt about it, yo.
Yeah, Drew.
He
Drew
is
was
the
very
heel.
disrespectful.
He's incredible. But Punk is also selling the shit out of it. Punk is selling the shit. Yo, it's one of the best feuds on right now. Multiple matches later, it's one of the best. This shit been going for a year and it's still entertaining.
He's
You
been
got to give
booked
it credit.
for half the feud. So yeah, for it to keep
Oh
going.
man,
I
this
wish
shit-
I
Out from
could.
with the injury,
WrestleMania.
with the injury,
Yeah.
that shit crazy. This
I wish
fucking
I
shit
could
is.
pull up
Thing
your
is, how they still
commentary
make it
from
where
last
Punk
week.
could still be the babyface when Punk has
Yeah.
cost Drew all the big matches,
I'm telling you,
every
man.
single one of them.
It's crazy. It's crazy. He definitely has, and just like, but the excitement is still there. Like, he's been, kicking his ass. Like I just said, the strap match was entertaining. It was good. It was probably, I mean, on the card, I would say that match was definitely up there as one of the top. The Randy and Gunther match was incredible.
Gunther and Randy was
Yeah, the Randy and
match of
Gunther
the
match
night
was
for me.
incredible. Yeah, it
Randy,
definitely was a good match.
Randy is that guy. That is my
Yeah.
opinion. Randy,
Yeah,
50-something years old, still able to go. That
yeah.
guy. Period.
Yeah, Gunther too, man. Don't take it from Gunther.
No, I'm not.
Gunther's
I mean,
fucking incredible.
Gunther, whatever we want to call it, like this dude, if he was in the '90s era right now, he could still be as big as top as he is in this era right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
Gunther
agree.
could literally go up with him. Taker talks about him very good, all of them. So I mean, the craziest thing is, I love how we got the indie darling fans that go, "Oh, I only will name him Walter." I'm like, honestly, Gunther has been way better than the Walter runs ever been. I
Yeah.
said,
It's on the
please
high
quote
stand.
me.
It's on the high stage, man. Yeah, once it gets to WWE stage, and yeah, you might have these crazy, amazing
I
matches in
might
other
upset
places.
some people's feelings on that comment.
Yeah, I mean, I understand people like to see their people or whatever, but at the same time, it's just like you got to give credit where credit's due. Gunther has been fucking amazing, yo.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bastion
Showcasing
Berlin wasn't
everybody he's
bad.
been with. Everybody he's been in the ring with has gotten a showcase. I mean, in reality, it gave a revival for Sammy because Sammy was so dry at that time. I'm just like,
After he
what
got
are
out
you
the
gonna do?
bloodline,
Like,
the
what are you
bloodline was
gonna
the
do?
hottest Sami
Like,
Zayn ever been. When Sami Zayn was in the bloodline,
I
that
don't know,
was
the
the fucking
conspiracy gimmick.
hype.
I loved the conspiracy.
That shit
gimmick
wasn't
that he
touching
did.
the bloodline shit, bro.
No, it didn't touch the bloodline.
And he was
but I'm
walking
saying
around with
it was.
the video
That's
camera
what
shit.
got him into going into the bloodline, though, because of
Yeah.
how he was with that conspiracy character, and he
Yeah.
really went full blown into it. I mean, Sammy could do any type of role that you want him to be. And honestly,
Speaking of honorary Oos, what up, B? Where you at? Get your ass in here. Gunther is
I
going
know
to
if
one
you
of the
better know some
longest
better
running
trivia questions next time. Yeah,
Ooh.
we calling you
Look at
out,
this
B.
shit. Holy shit! You
No, I'm
got
just
what
messing.
war? Got
Whoa.
war in the nation over here. We the nation over here.
Whoa.
Gunther's
We
going
lost
to,
our undefeated streak, okay?
well, yeah, we did. The first one didn't really count because it was kind of practice. It was all just us. But
That team
yeah,
won
we
straight
did lose.
money balls to beat us.
Yeah.
I
I
loved
mean,
it.
no,
There's
yo,
just-
that it was a
good.
close game. I think it was only by 2 points that we lost.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that
I think
bad.
me and Drake got almost every single one except the MTV one. I think, yeah, the real
The
world
real world,
question.
the
Yeah,
yo,
because I
those
was
some good.
down by one
Give a
season.
nigga some credit. Those some good
I
ass
give you
questions,
props.
yo.
Yeah, I told you
That
you
shit
were
was.
good on that.
I didn't think about that shit. Lay, we gonna have another one too. I want to just have another one. Like even if it's just us, I want to be in one. I need one of y'all to
How
give
when
me.
you
Yeah.
make the questions?
I know. I want to do it. I might slide that shit to Tiffany and let her make it for me so I can be in that shit. I want.
As long as he
I love
can't
trivia.
memorize a minute. Tiff's got to make up some. There we go. There you go. Tiff's got to make
Yeah.
some.
She gonna make some crazy shit. No wrestling involved. Or maybe we'll just do like a trivia game without wrestling. Even I don't know. We'll think of some shit. But yeah, man. It's definitely a lot of it's definitely a lot of stuff going on with WWE. This week I ain't gonna lie to you, I had mainly WWE shit to talk about because it's just been so much stuff going on in that realm. Like we were just talking
I've
about,
only
like
been
even
able to watch
this.
pay-per-views, so I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Oh, you haven't watched any?
I've only been able to watch the weekend shows, bro. Like
Ah,
I've been so busy.
but yeah, it looks like Charlotte's supposed to be coming back, and people are starting to put
Yep.
her right into the title picture. Are you guys feeling this
Bro,
pickup here?
Charlotte
Charlotte
is the
jumping in with
GOAT.
Nia.
Charlotte is the greatest woman wrestler of all time. I said it.
Damn.
In ring, bell to bell, talent wise, nostalgia wise, everything. Charlotte, she's not the daughter of Ric Flair. That is Ric
Yeah.
Flair's daughter. And
That's
that's
true.
how I've always
Yeah.
Yeah.
agreed with
That's
it.
true. I agree with that. Yeah, she's not looked at as like, oh, she's just Ric Flair's daughter. Yeah, she stands on her own 2 feet. It's no
Yeah.
doubt.
For
You
her to
forget she's
never do
Flair's
the
daughter.
indies, never to do anything, and showcase like she has been since the whole time she's been there,
Yeah,
you can't be duplicated. Cannot
yeah.
be duplicated.
Charlotte's incredible. How you feel, Lay? You happy? You more happy to see Charlotte than Becky?
Yeah, I miss Charlotte. Now you know I'd rather see I don't even know. I'd rather see Michael Myers than to see Becky. I
Man,
just
oh,
can't.
Becky hate.
Lay don't fuck with Becky, yo.
I
Yo,
can't.
y'all think Becky retiring?
I could see
I don't
it.
think
I mean,
so.
it's mom. Being a parent, I mean, it changes you, especially because you got to think, man. Like, and you can vouch to this. When you become that parent and stuff, it's not just you depending on yourself anymore. Like,
Mhm.
you can't have that selfishness and be like, oh, I mean, I can grind. It's easy. I always tell people all the time, get into wrestling, the best chance if you don't have a family at the time, because
Oh
it's
yeah.
so much easier to elevate that up.
Go
Because
out.
the constant traveling, all that stuff, man, it takes
Yeah.
a toll on you. And I mean,
Yeah, you
Becky
see,
might be burned out.
you see a lot of people too. Like I was even thinking about, like, I go all the way back to, like, Naomi and Jey Uso, and you saw them on, even like Total Divas, and you saw like their relationship. Total Divas opened up a lot of outside, relationships and stuff like that for a lot of these characters. And you saw Naomi and them, and they're like, they've been married for like, what, how long now? Like fucking 10, 12 years. And you
They
think
got
to yourself,
married
like,
on the show. They got
on
married
the show, on the show. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you sit there and see, like, they don't have any kids yet. And that clock starts ticking, man. It's like, do they ever even want them, or is it
And
something?
Jimmy got
it's
kids, though.
different.
Yeah, Jimmy got
Jimmy
kids.
got
Yeah.
like
Jimmy got
4, I
kids.
think.
But it's different for a woman, like that nurturing instinct. You wanting
Yeah.
to be with your child. You can't, like Lauren said, go here. You can't go there because you have that child.
Yeah,
So it
responsibility.
is easier for her to be home and let Seth,
I mean,
go out.
Seth ain't broke or anything, so I
No.
think they're all right.
Yeah.
If they wanted to, but you get that itch also as an athlete, especially as a like in combat, you get that itch, man. Yeah, Warren, you should know. You went through it. Where you
It's a
leave
bad
the
drug.
scene, and you
It's a
come back and
bad
you want to get
drug.
back in that fucking ring, man.
But I mean, she still could because their kid is like 2 or 3 years old. So by the time she's like 6 or 7, school age, nanny, if she
they
wanted
could still
to,
go.
and she could still come in
I mean,
and do
Rue's
little
been with them from the
appearances.
beginning, so
Yeah.
Rue has been in that
Yeah,
landscape
in the back
for
and
the
all that
longest
shit.
time.
Yeah,
But I think Becky's looking at doing different things. I think, I mean, the acting that she did on Young Rock, she did pretty damn good at being
Wow.
Cindy
it
Lauper
was
and
small. It
stuff
was a
like
small
that.
part. I'm not hating, but
All right,
it only takes
Warren.
it
All
only takes a
right.
small role to get started. Like, you know,
Mm.
I
not yeah
mean,
to get started, but I ain't going to fucking grant her the
no,
acting
I'm not
bug.
saying
Like,
that, but I'm just saying maybe that's what she's looking at. Is like, hey, maybe I could do something other than just destroy my body in perspective.
Yeah.
well, speaking of destroying the
Going
body,
back.
this is a nice segue right here for what we're talking about because I wasn't planning on talking about it, but it does segue in. Tell me how y'all feel about these situations, man. This has been a crazy week in wrestling, you know, as far as first off, you know, let's jump into this shit right here, man. Wasn't this
Yeah.
so this is let me say something real quick. I want to say something real quick to all the people that be in the wrestling groups that do this, that do this. Stop fucking thinking y'all know everything, okay? Because it gets very aggravating when you know you're seeing posts, and yeah, not for nothing. There are some people that post shit. Maybe it's not true all the way, maybe it's little this or whatever. They're missing a couple of facts, whatever. But stop being the asshole that jumps on there. Oh, what do you mean? It's not that. Blah blah blah. I had posted this shit, and I had said like, "Oh shit, looks like you know something happened." I post with other people. I don't fucking just discover it. Sometimes I'll make my own. But I usually just share what I see out there. You know what I'm saying? I try to pay attention so I don't share bad information or false information.
Yeah.
But you get that one person. It's always that one clown. You man, don't post this yet. Blah blah blah. That's not even real. He's still on there. I see it. And I was like, no, he's fucking not. Like, you know, I'm looking, and then we get this more information because at first it was just he was removed from the roster, you know, profile on the website.
They were trying to do it quietly,
but then you get this information, bro. I don't know if you guys heard all of it, but apparently, back in July, there was a Twitter account that came out for him. And it was just like kind of like an anonymous kind of account. It was like a woman's account or something like that. And it was like titled The Truth About Odyssey Jones. And it was saying all this shit, man. He's a woman beater, he's this and that. And fuck, bro. Like it really
I would
sucks
hate to see if it's a hack profile or some shit like that because like you know how people are on social media. It's sick.
Yeah. You're right, Warren. You're definitely right. But at the same time, this is a big fucking conversation piece, yo. The thing is, because there are assholes out there, just like I was talking about the people on the groups, whatever. I wanted to make my stuff real clear about everybody's not an asshole, though. There's legit people out there that's trying to give you right information, that's trying to like cover you up. Like I've had situations where it's like, hey, you posted this. Hey, actually, that was false, bro. They hit me up in like the message, like, hey, that was actually false, bro. I just want to let you know so you don't get hit for your account, so people don't think that you spreading bullshit. Oh, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. So even though there are people who do bad shit and they do falsified accounts, there's also people who do shit and they really trying to get you some information out there.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like you got to be careful, man, because when I saw that and then I see he's getting fired, 9 times out of 10, now I'm way more leaning towards the damn, he must really did some shit.
Yeah, because they're not gonna just up and fire you without any type of proof.
Yeah, like something, man. But having that kind of history behind you and somebody's posting this shit, or I mean, if we've seen a lot of controversial shit, you know, and it does suck because we do like to talk about, like, you know, with the black wrestlers and stuff like that. And he was somebody who's been sitting in the side for a while, strong presence, came into a beautiful storyline. We were talking about the New Day. He came in. There was a lot going on,
and the way that they were going to do it, I think it would have made Xavier an absolute heel.
Yeah,
the way that they were wanting to do it. Because Kofi has no clue of stuff like that, and I get it, you know, the Big E comparison, whatever. But the way that man came in, man, he stole that show that night.
Yeah, he did for real.
Him and Bronson Reed stole that Monday Night Raw. I don't care what anyone says, bro. And I guarantee you, they went out and said, "I'm going to take this moment." They weren't scheduled to do what they did and make that big impact that they did. Triple H said, hey, I'm going to put you on TV. Prove me wrong. Prove to me why you need to be out there. And I mean, I was blown away. When I saw that they said that he got removed from the roster, I thought it was fake news off the rip.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that some of the screenshots and stuff, and some people were asking me, hey, do you think this is real? Like, dude, I'm sitting on 4 hours of sleep right now. I ain't caring what's real or what right now. Yeah. But it's like, you know, seeing that, it's sad. It really is sad because you had a big future.
Yeah.
People make mistakes.
Yeah, but people definitely do make mistakes, but it's just
Same
like
thing with Nikki's issue right now.
here we go. I'm
Call
telling you right
911
now.
and then hang up on it. What the?
Bro, we got that.
What?
That was the next thing I was just about to jump into. Like, is this the same thing? Like this week alone, like we've had 2 domestic violence cases coming out of 2 stars. Nikki Bella, of course.
I felt
This
like there was something with him though.
this is the shit. Warren, we actually were talking last week, man. Me,
Yeah.
Lay, Brandon, we were having a conversation about how, John Cena and Nikki Bella were, power couple. Speaking of total divas and all that stuff, whatever. And you saw them, and you saw a lot of interaction with them. They had total Bellas after total divas went off, and you saw the whole John Cena portrayal, like he was like this kind of robotic kind of figure. I don't want anybody hitting my house. I don't want to do anything. And you start seeing this thing, and you're like, oh, this John Cena is one of the biggest stars in the planet. We're seeing like his character behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Nobody
we get to this
on my
point.
stove.
Yeah, like weird shit.
$1
Like
million kitchen.
I get it, but damn,
yeah.
and you start feeling bad for her, and you're like, oh man, well, John Cena, Nikki Bella could do better. He doesn't want kids, and then it's like she found somebody who gave her everything it seemed like she was looking for. So it just seemed like she was happy. Wasn't it a shock when you saw the news that?
Yeah.
I mean, they just
I was shocked.
their anniversary. They literally just celebrated their 4-year anniversary or something.
Bro, you don't never know, man. You don't never what people going through, bro. They post whatever they want, and you just don't.
Instagram
I ain't even trying to be their business.
And I mean, that's reality. I think that was also in a way maybe to cover up that issue. I don't know.
Yeah.
It could have happened it could have happened way earlier, and TMZ just found out so much later than what they believe that they know. It's just the fact, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. I know a lot of life people have point of views and stuff like that. So what's up? Thanks.
What up, JC? Yay. Appreciate it, bro. Yo, this is what I think, yo. This
and the kid was there. That's even the scary part.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's usually what happens. I mean, your kid's usually with you and shit.
Kid's always gonna be a part of that argument.
Yeah, that does suck. Like, you don't ever want to deal with that. But it's just like, when I heard what they said happened, apparently old boy called the cops. Now, I'm not trying to criminalize anybody and shit like that or whatever. But a lot of times you get in these situations where it's like, the men in these situations, that your ass gonna get fucked. If anybody calling the police, if anybody got something going on, you gonna get fucked. So you'll try to run to the phone. I'm not saying I don't do it. I'm not fucking abuser or anything. But I'm just saying you gonna run to the phone and try to tell somebody, no, she did it first, and because you think she gonna run to the phone. At least that's what I've seen. And you think she gonna do it, so the man's gonna try to cover his ass and go that route. But it seemed like he got cold feet because at the end of the day,
no, I didn't do it.
Trying to tell you, bro. They charged that motherfucker with felony, bro. They charged that motherfucker with felony.
They didn't show up at first. A cop reopened the phone call ordeal because they actually did not show up for 2 hours or something like that. What they're saying on the report or something. They didn't show up until almost 3 hours later. So, and they said that Nikki had a cut on her eye or something. And they said for the longest for the longest time they said somebody such and such. They expanded it out. We don't have an idea that Nikki Bella was a part of this whole thing. They were like, well, could be associated with the spouse, not associated. Da da da. I'm like, dude, just say it's his wife. Just it's simple.
It's hard.
You don't have to say the name.
Yeah, I didn't know that she had a cut on her eye.
They said she had a cut on her eye, and I guess she threw a shoe at him.
So they
probably did hurt.
Yeah, they was going in. It was probably. I mean, they weren't. It don't sound like they were battling, fucking wrestling and shit.
Nikki looked like she could hold her own.
That nigga was dancing. He was dancing, and she was wrestling. I'm not laughing, yo. I'm laughing a little bit, but ain't nobody died. But I'm saying,
it does. He was doing the tango to avoid the shoes.
The chairs. She had chairs and shit. She had tables, ladders, and chairs. There was that motherfucker going in.
She tried to hit him with the rack attack.
Let's make it good. They're probably just playing, and he was soft. Nikki was like, nigga, I'm a wrestler.
I'm gonna bench press you.
I'm not trying to laugh at domestic
It's messed
violence.
up to laugh about it, but I
They-
mean,
Yeah, but
come on, man.
yeah, this is why y'all fucking up, man.
It's
But people have
celebrities,
problems.
man. They gonna get a pat on the wrist or whatever. You're not gonna really know the full story unless they want to
No.
reveal it. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
She'll write a book one day.
Yeah.
But
It'll
hopefully
be on
they
her podcast.
out
I
of it.
guarantee you. I guarantee that podcast will be the number one most listened podcast when she gets popping back on that thing.
Yeah. I would. You saw Daniel Bryan went and immediately unfollowed him. That's kind of like what you got to do. People like to joke about that shit, but you kind of got to do that shit.
When you
Like you
sign
gotta
an NDA, you have to cut ties with
cut
everything.
ties, man. Yeah. Yeah.
I
That was
like how they
interesting
use
this week.
that podcast. See, I want to say something about the AEW when Daniel won, because everybody's like, well, he was on a podcast saying that he's okay to lose. Da, da, da. I'm like, bro, he is sitting there eating this thing alive to let y'all know, hey, I'm finally winning this belt. I'm going to milk it in. I want you to believe it. All power and nothing else. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's storytelling, guys.
I still think Daniel
Yeah.
Bryan's still going to be on his way out soon.
I'm
I
happy.
think he got, this is final.
That's the best thing that they can do. That's the best thing they
That
can do.
office, I want to Swerve
Uh-oh.
to hold that shit. I want to
Yeah.
Swerve to hold that shit.
Swerve
I'm
look
not
like-
even a huge fan,
Bro,
but
okay. I
Yeah.
need to. You like scary movies and stuff, bro.
Mhm.
Swerve gives me Dracula vibes from complete. Every time I see him on TV, I'm
Dracula?
like, bro, he just looks like a vampire or something. Like the way he looks at people and stuff, I'm just like, I don't know why I got that vibe with him. Like,
I
I
like
guess
how
it's with the
Swerve
way his
look at
teeth are
people.
and stuff. Like, it's like
yo, shout out to Swerve too, because he just I saw he had just bought his family home.
Childhood home. Yep.
Yeah, so, congrats, yo. That's really good to hear, man. I know it's got to be one of the greatest effing feelings on the
Oh,
planet
man.
to work hard and see your success and be able to go ahead and get back things that you lost that you thought you'd never see again. Huge shout out to Swerve in that area for sure. I saw that right before we started the show.
His Hangman match will be over.
Yo, his Hangman match.
Great storytelling though. They're
Yeah.
showing characters finally. I will say that it's showing characters finally with those two. You're kind of easing off a little bit more, but they need to get more into it so you can draw more of an audience into these.
Their one match with him and Hangman, that hardcore match they had. I'm sorry, bro. Like we were just talking about, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk and them having trilogy matches and shit like that or whatever. It's got to be like this. I think we just had like the third match, but they're going for their third now. It's a Hell in a Cell, which is it's gonna be good. Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood. It's gonna be good
in your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might be going. I actually might be going. I think my mother got me tickets for my birthday in July, so I might be going. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting battle. But at the same time, it's just like with Swerve and Hangman, I'm just not feeling it the same way. I mean, I feel like they
watched it so much. That's really what it is. I will say they brought a storyline into it. I didn't think that he needed to be a part of the match with him and Bryan at all. I mean, it kind of killed that credibility in a way to me. But I don't know, man. They really are behind Hangman for some reason. All I've said numerous times, I was like, I'm waiting for Hangman just to have a cigarette in his mouth and just walk out to the ring with that little mustache he got going on. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Look, CM Punk lost his shoe.
Actually wearing good shoes, man.
Drew beat the shoe off that motherfucker.
Oh.
Give him a deal.
You can tell Drew is having a blast with this.
Drew deserves it. Look,
especially this one. This one right here is the MVP.
Rhea fucked up. Yeah, Dom. Yo, who would have thought?
Speaking of that, that mixed tag match was really good.
Yeah, with the Terror Twins versus it was really good. It was really good. Yeah, yo, Damian. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Like that's a lot of time. I knew we weren't going to hit everything, but we can branch this off all the way until next week. But Damian Priest, man, shout out to fucking Damian Priest, man. He is literally becoming one of the hot ones to watch, man. Like you literally see every week his promos. He has said on an interview recently that his promos are with Paul Heyman came in and was like, yo, you from New York, bro? Talk shit. Literally go in that ring and talk shit. And just like he said, you could tell he used to be you know, maybe it was strict, like, you know, hey, you need to stick to the promos that we cut for you. But when he goes in there now, it's like he just remembers what he's talking about. Hey, listen, you mad at Gunther? Talk shit about him. Fuck you, Gunther. Like,
Yeah.
like
I
you don't
really
have
like
that.
him and Gunther back and forth.
I did too.
I
It was
really
better than
did.
him and Randy. It was better than him
Yeah.
and Randy. I ain't gonna lie.
That back and forth and Gunther.
The back and
Yeah.
forth, yes. Match wise, I don't know if you can duplicate that one.
Yeah,
Randy
yeah,
and
yeah.
Gunther.
Randy and Gunther's match was pretty good. Randy and Gunther's match.
I will
was
say
pretty good.
this: Damian Priest looks more comfortable on the mic
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it used to be the point where, obviously, he just was unsure of what he would say, or
He would
like
choke.
he didn't have that confidence to go,
Yeah,
I'm that guy. You know, when I was that champ, I'm that guy. I beat Seth Rollins. I'm the next guy after Seth Rollins. You know, I'm putting this on my back, something like that. I wish that
real.
I got more out of him on that. I mean, the only thing that really got him over on that time was the matches and
Yeah.
what was going on with Finn. I thought they did really well with it. I thought it was too early, but I mean, you couldn't do anything else with that. But
yeah. They've been killing it,
I'm
bro. I
waiting
mean,
for Finn to really get.
that's what I'm waiting for that too.
coming in.
I want to see how they
It seems like Finn's the main villain right now because
Yeah.
need
if
to
you
make him
haven't
hotter
noticed
though,
it
man.
yet, Damien hasn't pinned Finn since Finn has turned on Damien. So they could use that type of scenario. Because I was mad when I saw that tag match. I'm like, why is Finn in the match? That should be a freaking PLE, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it, worthy match. You should not have those two touch until they're in a match on the PLE.
That's what I thought. I thought that same shit. They shouldn't even be in a ring
I was
together.
getting
Yeah,
mad
right.
when I saw that part. I was like, I swear, if he pins him, that kills every momentum that we want.
But I'm telling you,
little bit.
but be real, Warren. You know damn well when they finally do have their match, it's going to be Demon Balor. It ain't going to be regular Finn unless they do a 2-part.
Unless they're going to change something up.
I feel like that's why they're. I think
Demon
that's why
Balor got
they're
hurt
keeping
really
it
bad last time.
with Roman. Yeah, I know, man. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see this. Yo, here one other thing I definitely wanted to hit on because you know this is something new, and it's been kind of like I've been hearing like half and half kind of with it. But what you guys think of Joe Tessitore? What do you guys think of him being on the mic on Raw this week?
He's not bad. Like I
Yeah.
said, like Pat was really good. And I think a lot of the issues with what I've seen in groups is just wrestling fans not liking change. He wasn't bad.
That's what I think more than anything. Because I for real, I thought he was pretty good, yo. He sounded good. You know who he reminded me of for like the whole first 40 minutes of Raw? I had to think, like, who does this fucking guy sound like? Because he sounded like, and for some reason I kept going all the way back to Gorilla Monsoon.
Yep.
And then I'm like, wait a second. He definitely does not sound like Gorilla. But why do I keep thinking that? You know who he sounds like? Like fucking Mean Gene, yo. Mean Gene Okerlund, yo. He sounds just like him. He has that old school radio commentator kind of sound. Ladies and gentlemen, he sounds
did
just
he get
like
you
Mean
involved?
Gene.
Did he get you excited for the match? Like, was he involved in it when he was going through the commentating?
Warren, that's a really, really good effing question. You want to know another thing I think they need to start doing with these commentators, yo? I think they need to start announcing immediately right away. I don't give a fuck if you came from ESPN or football. Are you a wrestling fan? Like literally, straight off the bat, why should I like you? First of all, I want to watch somebody or listen to somebody, you know, color commentate a match that's going to be a fan of this shit, yo. If you just here for a check, if you just here for a job because you commentated all other sports, I don't really give a fuck about you. But if you come on, if I was him, I'd opened up. You don't understand what kind of a fucking, you know, dream this has been for me. I've been watching wrestling since Hogan. I love this. It's just never been in the cards for me. And now that I'm here, I'm going to make you guys proud. He would have won that crowd over in 5 fucking minutes. I don't understand why that's not a promo that even if you don't watch the shit, like he seemed like he had some knowledge, but it does seem like he studied a lot to learn because every time somebody did something, he would call their name exactly. He would kind of call exactly what they do. And it was almost like
he did call the moves off.
He did call some shit, but like I said, it seemed like, you know, when you're trying to get ready for something like, oh, I got a presentation, I got to, you know, memorize these cubes, but it didn't seem like he really understood, like, you know, wrestling. And that's why I think a lot of people were getting at him. His voice is great, but I don't think he's a fan, bro. And you lose points on that shit, yo. You lose
Maybe
points on that
he
shit.
was nervous because that
I
is color
mean,
commentary
it
is
is
different
It is a
from
whole different
calling a
animal.
game.
Yeah,
Like
you're right.
when you're calling a football game, you have to say number 36, John Wilson going in the end zone with a touchdown. Like, so give
Yeah.
him time to kind of work
Lady
and
telling
maybe
us
he has to
another
turn
job
it
that she's
off.
about to be doing.
Like,
Commentating another sports game.
Nah, yeah, no, but you're absolutely right. You are right.
Well,
I think you have to be nervous. Everybody's nervous their first day on the job, but I just wish
yeah,
that they would promote more, like that you're actually interested in this shit. Like you live for this. Like no, you don't got. I mean, you don't got to be a diehard fan, but just like I love pro
I
wrestling.
mean,
I've always been a fan.
yeah,
It just
I
makes it
agree with
more,
that.
more of an
I agree with
attachment.
that. If you think
yeah,
about like what Pat just brought his energy to it.
He
He
was
didn't
life.
know shit about wrestling.
That
He did
motherfucker's
not
life.
know nothing about wrestling.
Yo, he
But
got in the
you
ring.
can
but
I
you
wouldn't
tell.
say
couldn't
that, Warren.
tell.
He got in the
No,
ring.
no,
He was
no, no, no,
wrestling.
no. What I'm
Yeah,
saying is he didn't know about the actual moves
yeah,
and all that. He bought a ring and he's done all this crazy flip stuff for the longest time,
Yeah.
but he didn't know all the moveset. And then you could tell from his commentating, bro, he was just into it. He's very
Yeah.
just he's
Pat was
one of those
life.
guys you look at and go, bro, you a life of a little party. I know
Yeah.
for a fact we would have fun in college or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. For
Like,
real.
just that feel. I think Joe Tessitore, he's coming off of, hey, I'm representing ESPN. I'm representing these big box office people. I can't make them look bad, but also I need to kind of give myself a little bit to this product as well, because that is about entertainment and you have to be a part of it to get you entertained.
yeah.
So,
That's
I
a
mean,
part of the storytelling.
It is. Yeah.
I
big
mean,
part
maybe
of it.
it'll start out a little bit better. I mean, Paul Heyman had a very hard time when he first started commentating and stuff like that. So, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. I rock with him. I actually didn't find him bad. I thought he was good. I
in a
like.
way,
Like
he
I said, I
brings
like the
another
sound.
audience to the product,
Yeah,
because a lot of
Sure.
people would come, oh, he's announcing on there. I'll go give a check out on this. I'm like, oh, I thought wrestling was only good when JR and all them. Blah blah blah. Oh no,
Yeah.
he's on here. Like it could bring a little of a network out there. Same thing with Logan Paul and all them. Like
Yeah.
it's a whole different animal now.
Yeah. It's a big
Whole
different
different
feel
animal.
for sure now. But yo, listen, man. I mean, that's pretty much it for this week. I don't want to dive into everything. We got some more shit that's going on. It's constant stuff going on, in wrestling right now.
yeah.
But yo, it's entertaining. There's a lot of stuff going on. We got All Out coming out soon. Slim's not here to give us the roundup of everything that's going out, but All Out is going to be
Please not Jack Perry. He better not.
the
fucking
7th. Actually,
have
that's this Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Saturday you got All Out coming through already. And you already have, of course, Pac is versing Ospreay. This should be a pretty good match. You also have who else? Daniel Bryan is versing Jack Perry, which we'll
that's a
watch it.
main event, and I'm just laughing.
Yeah, I mean,
Jack
we'll see
Perry.
what happens. Swerve is fighting Hangman again, so we'll see that coming from it.
Part
And who's
97.
is Mercedes fighting somebody?
She's going against Britt again, I think.
Ugh. Yeah, they
No,
really
no,
did
no,
not
no, no, no.
respond to
She's
that
going
match.
against what's the Japan girl? Hida Shakira, whatever the hell her name was. The first women's champ.
Oh,
The really small one. The
Hishida.
real small girl. Yeah.
Oh, Riho.
No.
Not Riho? I don't know.
She
which one's that.
something. I don't know.
I haven't been up on AEW. I've actually missed the last couple of shows, unfortunately. So I'll
I
get back
watched
on it.
All Out. So All In
Yeah.
or whatever one.
All Out is coming. That'll be on Saturday. If y'all want to go check out some wrestling on Saturday for sure. You also have what else? What else? Fuck else was I about to say? There was something else, but I don't know. I can't. Oh, I was gonna say something about, I think Mercedes Moné, but Mercedes. Listen, bro. I don't know what it is, yo.
Give the rant. Go
Yo,
ahead.
don't
I know you've been
start.
waiting on it. Go for it. Go for it. I
was-
encourage it this time. Go.
She came out and she said, she admitted that her and her husband, haven't been together for a while. They said like years. They've been separated. And she finally got, her divorce. And you saw they're kind of like teasing stuff with her. Like, yeah, they mentioned it on AEW the other week. I don't know who that guy was. I don't know who the person was she was talking to in the back. And just saying like, yeah, I hear you're single and stuff like that or whatever. And it's just interesting. I don't know what it is with her, man. Like, maybe she's a good person. Maybe everything is like cool with her. but it's just I don't know. Is she just trying to freak the fuck out or? I mean, I'm all for it, but I'm just like, damn. Mercedes, what is you trying to do, yo? Like, because the way she was, she's
Brian's
like,
trying
I'm
to find
free.
the
Like,
links. That's all it is.
yo,
Brian's trying to find the links.
she got the sexy shit going on. I'm just like, I'm telling you right now, where the links? Where the links? But I'm just like, she always been on that. She always been on that. Like, she was talking about like her worst outfits in the ring. And I guess her husband does her fucking outfits. So she was talking this on this show, and she was like, I was so mad at this outfit. I went in the back and I let him have it for it. And she just comes off like, I don't know, like you left this guy. This was a man that you married, and it's like you have such like negative ways of saying shit to him, and just like how you're speaking about the marriage, like I'm free. Like, was he beating your ass? Like, Odyssey Jones and them over here being, and they talk better than you talking about this motherfucker. Like, I'm just like, damn, like it just seems like her persona is just so like fucking vilified. Like,
if it ain't her way, it's not gonna be a way.
That's what it seems. Yeah, it seemed like she needs everything to be perfect for her.
Bro, the walkout
man.
Didn't go the way she wanted. Which is funny because Naomi was supposed to win a match and get a main title match. So I mean, if you look at it that way, I don't know how to say it. I mean, I think maybe now that she's been divorced or whatever, but it's not like she's just newly divorced. She's been divorced for
she's been single for a while.
Amount of time. I think that was actually a part of the walkout as well. Like, that had to be a part of something in it. I mean, there's so many different things that you could look at those pieces. Just because she didn't like what the writing was that day, like, come on, man. No.
Yeah, I think she had a lot going on in her life, man. I mean, it's just, I mean, and to everybody. I mean, they
this
do
paid
this
a year off, give her a full year paid off. You saw the little documentary that they did where she got to have a whole year off. Where she could just clear her mind and do the Mandalorian, do what else she wanted to do. Like, she didn't. It's not like they held her hostage or anything.
It's so much mystery around the walkout anyway, and she acts like I don't want to say she gets an attitude.
Got them fans over here hyping it away.
I don't want to say that she gets an attitude, but I've seen like some videos of her at like meet and greets. And fans that ask her about WWE and things of that nature, and just the way she responds, it kind of gave me like Lex Luger when he used to do meet and greet. Like,
absolutely, yo,
that vibe, and I don't know if it's because she don't like people.
Yeah, and I love Lex, man.
Yeah. But see,
no, but I know exactly what she's saying. You're saying
you're not lying. And I mean, I've had countless people that told me that met her that she's not the nicest person.
She got a nasty
But the funny thing is,
like.
her attitude changed after she decided she wanted to go wrestle in New Japan. Because when she wasn't doing anything, she was doing the modeling, everything. She was the most nicest person to everybody because she was staying off the radar. She wasn't trying to get involved, do all that nonsense. And now she's back in the wrestling business. She's not with the WWE. She can go and talk about the WWE. You remember, she was on a podcast before she signed with AEW saying, hey, eventually I'm going back.
She said She said that shit for real.
Like,
let her live her life, I guess, man. But yeah,
and
I mean,
she gets to book her own stuff, and she could actually opt out of her contract and not get get in trouble for it. Like, did you see all the crazy things that she's got on this contract?
She got a whole
control.
That's Hogan, right?
She got a Hogan contract.
I don't even think Hogan has as much control as she's got on her. Like, she could leave her contract today and they still have to pay her. Even if she signed with WWE again, they would still have to pay her for those 3 years.
That's a stupid ass move right there.
I don't know if it's stupid, bro.
Tony,
no. Well, it's smart for her. It's stupid for the business.
I'm just like, bro, what did you have to do to get that? Tony just looked at it and like, oh, ratings. I got Mercedes. Okay. Scorecard. Young Bucks. We got her.
Hey, listen, bro. I'm telling you. Yo, remember this shit? Me in 1998. Wow, these graphics are so realistic. The graphics.
Rock looked like a thumb.
Yeah. That looked like I
Bro,
did it
you remember
for the
the Spy
Rock.
Kids movie?
We got somebody else in the building on the way out. We was about to head out, but he's back. He's back. We got STR Slim in the building. What
What's
up,
up,
Slim?
bro?
Mm.
What's up, man? What's up?
Welcome back,
Oh.
bro. Yeah, we was just about to head out, but we
I
was,
heard
we was,
Hogan. I heard Hogan as he came to
Right,
run.
you
Every time
always
we talk about Hogan, he jumped in.
every time. Look, I'm not gonna let him get too close to the mic because he might say something.
Say some bad shit.
But every time you hear Hogan name, you appear
Yeah,
like
you do
he
for
Joe
real.
Henry.
That's
What
scary.
is your problem?
Joe Hendry.
Bro.
I love him.
I don't know. I don't know if I care about him, Lane. I don't know if I give a fuck
Why?
about him. I'm over the song and I'm over him now. It
Damn,
was just
already?
a song for me. I was over.
You
I'm
said
over.
just the song.
It was
I
the
mean,
song.
he
It was a
was
song for me.
he was this close to the NXT Championship, Brian. This
I
close.
mean,
Yeah.
bro, you gotta think.
Yeah.
1 week ago, he lost in the main event for the TNA title.
That's right.
That's where the questions were going. Oh shit, he might be winning the NXT title because he didn't win the TNA heavyweight title because he was supposed to be winning that thing for like a year. They thought.
Mhm. And he was hot. He was hot.
And he's been the hottest thing going on for that whole
Yeah.
little thing going on. So I mean, I don't know.
I think we got to
I
take precedent.
think Joe Hendry's probably gonna sign with WWE pretty soon, but it's like they gotta get it fully him to sign it before they're gonna put a title. But who knows?
I agree with you because I feel like they're treating this partnership kind of like let me see what the talent looks like on the other
Mhm.
side type.
I said that shit at the beginning. Yeah, I think
Because-
that's all they're gonna do.
Because if you notice when they bought the Rascals back from their first match, Trey and Zachary Wentz were getting all the time, and I felt like they were low key scouting Trey Miguel a little bit for that. And apparently, Shawn Michaels has always been high on Josh Alexander as well.
He's great, man.
And somehow, some way, wrestling gods, we got to get Moose to NXT. Somehow, we got to get Moose to NXT. Like, I was already happy that my girl Rosemary got her shine. Well overdue, in my opinion. And if it hasn't already been talked about, how cool was it that we saw the X Division title on a WWE program on live television this past Sunday? Shit was crazy.
I didn't see that part. I didn't see all of No Mercy. I just saw some of it. One person I definitely also want to talk about is fucking Obafemi, bro. He's somebody that I'm super ready to rock with. He's somebody that if a dream match for me is him and Gunther, yo. I want to see that shit. Like I want to see fucking like a main event WrestleMania.
Give me Obafemi versus Braun Breaker.
That's another. That would be another good one. Braun too. Yo, that promo with Braun and Jay, my nigga, on Raw when he said, because Braun walked up to him and said, "Yo, you ain't beat my family, blah blah blah." He said, "Just walk away." And Jay stood there with the glasses on. Jay said, took the glasses off. Yeah, nice words, rookie. And own that motherfucker in 3 words, yo. I was like, yo, Jay. And because when at first I was like, damn, Braun getting in Jay ass right now. And he said, oh yeah, thanks for the advice, rookie. I was like, yo, Jay is a fucking man. I was like, nigga, don't forget that's Oos, yo.
Yeah.
Don't forget, nigga. He ain't no freshie. That's Oos. Playing big boy games. So yeah, Braun. We're gonna see what happens with Braun, yo. Braun is in a predicament. This might be an unpopular opinion, but Braun is in a really weird predicament. I think there's a lot of shit right now outshining Braun Breaker, yo. And I know that sounds fucking crazy. Yeah, I do. I think Gunther, Damian, and them, even fucking Dom, the people that you really want to see, I feel like they're outshining Braun Breaker right now, man. Jey Uso, the mommy and Jay shit. It's a lot that's surrounding him. But think about it. The challenge is going for the championship. So you're entertained by that. Bronson Reed is taking fucking names. So you got that. There's a lot.
This thing by the throat.
Bro, I'm telling you. Braun Breaker's kind of back burner right now. Like I'm not saying he can't come back, but he's going to have to do something to put himself into the fucking scene. Because it's a lot. Raw is hot, man. Raw got a
Bronson-
lot going on.
And the funny is,
Bronson-
they don't have like that main event caliber group with Raw right now, and I think that's what's been really impressive with them. In a way, Raw is what we used to see SmackDown as the longest time.
You're not lying. Yeah, it's
The
kind of like
the
that.
under guys that are finally getting that moment and they're taking it and running with it.
Yeah, for real.
And I think with Damien's finally found himself. Who would have ever thought Rhea was going to be able to revive her career after all that little stunt,
All
she
that
did with Liv, and all
Nikki
that
Ash
stuff.
and all that bullshit.
You remember
Yep.
we were on podcast publicly saying,
know.
I don't think Rhea's going to be able to catch back up with this.
Yeah,
And
no,
then
you're
when
right.
the Judgment Day came out and it benefited her insane. Started
Judgment
the
Day
mommy
fucking-
thing. She made Dom believable as a wrestler. Everybody used to knock Dom about, oh man, you need to go to NXT, da 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 da. Like
Dom is fucking incredible.
everybody's getting their chance, and they're
Dom is
going.
incredible, yo.
If
Another
we-
one of my favorites. Go ahead, Slim.
I'm saying like Morin's right, because if we look at like I think it's what WrestleMania about 3-4 years ago when she's coming out with Liv Morgan in the Dominatrix outfit and the bunny outfit, and she's been relegated to the tag division. We were like, you know, it's like when you're the hottest new thing and you reach a certain peak, it's like, okay, what's next? Like
Yeah, exactly.
for the longest time, they've been had Bronson Reed. They're just now doing something good with him.
You
like-
heard Bronson was supposed to be a part of the bloodline and shit. They were in conversation for that shit.
And when I look at him
There was a
now,
rumor that he was supposed to have done something with the Judgment Day. I'm like, how?
but when I look at him now, Bronson Reed right now is in that spot that Braun Strowman was in about 3-4 years ago. Just a monster tearing people down. Like
Yeah.
Bronson Reed should just like not say anything and just like tsunami people on site. Like that.
I mean,
It's like-
he's-
And the fact that like this is a big dude that can move, we haven't had
Yeah.
this. Like I low key feel like this is what they wanted somebody like Omos to be, just a person that was wrecking shit. And like, who's gonna be the person that stops this person? Like, you know what I'm
they
saying?
thought that with Otis. Remember that? They thought that
Yeah.
with Otis. That's when he got that Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah, Otis was a
It
comedy
did not
act,
go
man.
well. It didn't
Yeah,
go
he was a
well.
comedy act. He was always a comedy act though. So to try to transition him into some big fucking Otis is cool because let me tell you, that's another thing. Raw,
He's
the opening
entertaining.
match, the tag match, that shit was phenomenal. When Maxine got in that ring, that fucking place lit up. When they were fighting Ivy Nile and the Creed
They
brothers,
used to
that
shit
match
on
was
her about her
phenomenal.
in-ring ability and stuff. And it's like,
Yeah.
I will say this. One thing about all the talent is, and I think you could agree to me, everyone's had a chance. It's just a matter of how many times that someone could keep it going.
Keep
and
it going.
elevate
Yeah.
and go.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
That's
that's
what
something
matters,
that pisses me off when someone talks about, oh, I didn't get my chance. I'm like, you got a chance.
bro.
You didn't go with it and keep it,
Yeah.
keep rising with it. If you're
Warren.
not getting on TV, rise that shit on social media. Like it's those simple
Yeah.
things that get yourself over in these things.
You remember that time when we were on a commission and I was talking just what you just said, and you had your guy on that you was wrestling with,
Jules,
and he was saying that same shit, and that was exactly what I was saying. I said you can't keep blaming everybody for your opportunities. You can't keep blaming everybody for your missed chances. You have to make that shit happen. That's just how the fuck it is. You're in the industry of having to make and be entertaining. Like that's what it is, bro. And like you just said, bro. Triple H's era right now, you can go, bro. Let him out. Triple H's era right now, you literally have the ability. He's giving these people chances, bro. Throwing them motherfuckers in the ring, like we said with Damian and Paul Heyman. Go out there and just speak. You from New York, nigga, get your shit right and go talk shit. And Damian was like, yeah, you know what? That's right. I am from fucking, you know what I'm saying? And then now he elevated. It's you got to take advantage of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that they didn't do Damian like, oh, you're Puerto Rican, do a Puerto Rican gimmick.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
fuck all that.
They
Nah, this is
did
gone.
something very different with him. And that's something I like about these guys is, and you could just tell, man, they are enjoying every day being in that locker room. You
Yeah,
could
for
tell
real.
from every single one. None of them are really upset about what's going on. Like
Mhm.
everyone is getting an elevation into that locker room. The tag team division, whatever we want to say about the tag division, you're getting more of a spotlight onto a tag team wrestling type scenario.
Yeah.
The thing is, reason why tag team wrestling doesn't last long is because fans don't want to keep the same tag teams that they have. Oh, Montez, which I agree. Montez needs to go on his own. But
Montez
Street
definitely needs to go on his
Profits is
own.
still a factor tag team. They've been a thing for a long time. It's just if we want to keep tag team wrestling, you're going to have to keep tag teams there. You're going to have to keep stuff to keep rolling. It's just you got to find a way to keep that ball rolling, keep the steam going. Tag team wrestling has died out, in my opinion, when the Bloodline lost their tag titles. And I'm talking about the Usos losing the tag titles. I mean, it's just you got to find that way to keep that thing going. Like you just said with Jules, man. Jules could sit here and broadcast a whole storyline on social media. If it's not aired on a promo or promotion show or whatever, they're going to get that stuff out. We're going to sell that ticket, whatever you need to do. You have to find that way to make that advantage to keep it rising. And it's on you. It's really on you. If you have all these gateway trucks, man, what's
good, Slim?
No, I mean, I agree with everything Warren said. Because for me, I actually love tag team wrestling. I think one of the last true tag team matches I saw was, rest in peace, the Briscoe brothers versus FTR double dog collar match at Final Battle. I think it was like a year or two ago. But also, I agree with that. We don't put emphasis on tag teams because more than I'd say 60, 70% of them in the E are just two random guys thrown together. Like you don't present anybody as a true tag team anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like back in the day when we had, I'm just spout off some random names. Like when you saw like what's the name? Brian Kendrick and Paul George, Paul London, my bad. They were packaged as a team. When you saw the Frenchmen, La Resistance, they were packaged as a team. When you saw God, what's my boy name? He just was NWA champion. He's like a big guy, trucker guy. Him and Lance Cade.
Trevor Murdoch. Yeah.
Trevor Murdoch and Lance Cade. They were packaged as a team. So I'm like, you got to present them as a team. Oh, and also to another of Warren's points, I do agree that this era is a little bit more happier. So Val Venus, can you cut the BS and
you saw that shit, right?
Quit saying stuff like Gunther was the guy who's
started on Mark.
The guy who
don't get me started on Mark.
The guy whose peak was him clapping Ken Shamrock's sister's cheeks in the IC title. That was it. That's all you're known for.
It was great though.
You're gonna say that. You're gonna say that Gunther's gonna be carrying your bags. Get out of here.
Yeah. No, you're right though. I saw that shit too. I was like, Val Venus, shut the fuck up. Like
I missed that.
Val Venus, for the people who don't know, Val Venus basically jumped on Twitter and saying Gunther would be holding my bags if we were back in the Attitude Era, which is complete bullshit.
Not hello ladies.
Yeah, hello ladies. Val Venus.
Not he about to get his pee chopped.
Chopped off. Yo, but Val Venus was a good wrestler, bro.
He was a good wrestler.
A lot of people, a lot of people, they forget, man. Like I say this all the time. Go back and watch. I think it was Royal Rumble, like 98 or 97. It was a fucking European Championship match between Val Venus and D'Lo Brown. That shit was phenomenal. It was like a fucking 10-minute match. It was phenomenal. And Frog Splash versus Frog Splash. Listen, bro, it was phenomenal. So these guys were still, they were still wrestling. It was a little bit more aggressive, back in the day. It was a little bit more hardcore and shit like that. It wasn't as many flips. It was just more big guys just kind of clotheslining and fucking, hitting each other. But come on, stop playing, bro. Gunther is phenomenal. He'd have been just as good as in Attitude Era as now. I do agree with him.
He would have been way over Val Venus.
Well, yeah. I mean,
not even a question.
There's a lot of, but no, on some real shit though. I feel what he's saying to a degree with some wrestlers. I can't think of any off my head right now, but there are wrestlers, if you put them back in that era, where more than just your in-ring ability, you had to have that fucking star power. And if you didn't have that, and you just thought you were going to be the greatest Will Ospreay wrestler in the fucking world, take that shit to Japan, bro, because people wanted to see
Ospreay would've
story.
been in that. He would have been one
Yeah.
of them.
Ospreay, they would have transitioned his ass. They would have put his ass right on a boat to Japan, flight, whatever the fuck, can get there fast enough. Because
Hey, remember that gimmick?
he had that
what they
shit.
do? Brian Kendrick called Spanky. That'd
Him
been
too.
Will Ospreay. That'd
Like,
been
get your
Will
goofy
Ospreay.
ass out of here. And Brian Kendrick is a good ass wrestler. He's training motherfuckers now. But I'm saying, like, he
Oh, he's always
wasn't.
a trainer.
Yeah, he wasn't able to hold his own in the business, bro. They tried so much with a lot of them guys. At the same time, you still had fucking Luchador Wrestling doing phenomenal in WCW mainly. You had fucking, there was a couple guys that still came in, like, Taka Michinoku, and there's a couple of guys. What the hell was the other dude's name with the paint all on him and shit? Fought Bret Hart a bunch of times. There was
paint on his face.
He had you remember he had like the Japanese lettering going straight down his whole body.
Oh,
and then Tensai came after, like, he was the next one you saw that had that, but I forgot what the first guy's name was. He had white pants on. He was a Japanese wrestler. And
I know
he fought Bret Hart. It was a lot of different. Remember they had midgets wrestling, fucking midget, midget Max or what, Mighty Max. Remember they had a lot of different genres and shit like that back in the day. It was entertaining, bro. It was entertaining as shit. Valvinus, chill out, bro. I get what you're saying, but you picked the wrong one. You say Gunther. Gunther would have fucking definitely held his own. Gunther's phenomenal. That motherfucker's phenomenal.
I could say somewhat about Sammy, but I don't know. I think Sammy would have held his own in the era too.
You had to have that person.
Because
your personality had
that
to shine.
Character build.
Yeah.
He has that way to show vulnerability. He has that way to make you care about him. Clearly, the stuff he did with the Bloodline, the conspiracy gimmick. Like, Sammy's had ways to where he's gotten chances, and he's like, "All right, give me that chance, and I'm going to prove you wrong." And I think, I don't know. I mean, if you look at most of the roster now, who could go with the 90s?
Did you see Sammy like cutting a promo against The Rock or Stone Cold? Though, like, I know what you're saying, that you.
Who in the blue hell are you?
Sammy is Sammy's good on the mic though. He's not bad on the mic, but against The Rock and Jericho back in the day, fuck no.
Like you were saying, Brian, like it was a bunch of personalities.
Yeah, it was a big personality.
We're not just talking about skills. Like, you had to get on the mic and you had to.
And demanded.
Wow,
and the crowd was not fucking around. If you over there just kind of half-assing it, you want to laugh a little bit. The crowd was like, nah, fuck. It was 6-year-olds with their fingers up. They couldn't wait to put their middle fingers up or tell you to suck their dick, and that's just how that shit was. Go ahead, Slim.
I think to his credit, I don't believe Gunther will be holding anybody's bags in the Attitude Era.
Oh, I said he would hold his own. Completely.
I think he would have been looked at more of like a classic, like a Luthez or a Harley Race, not necessarily at that time a throwback, but like an old school, like true British or foreign type wrestler.
Yeah,
but
I feel you.
But to Sammy's credit, I will say that I feel like Sammy possibly could have hung in the mid card in the Attitude Era.
You've been facing Val Venus.
Yeah. You could have seen like him versus Val Venus, The Godfather, Steve Blackman, Hardcore Holly,
X-Pac.
I ain't gonna lie,
nobody gives a lot of props to Steve Blackman. Steve Blackman
was a beast. He was a beast.
Yeah. But to Sammy's credit, I will say this: he got a non-wrestling talent over at WrestleMania, because nobody, I ain't gonna lie. Nobody expected to cheer for freaking Johnny Knoxville and Jackass and all them in a comedy match. But he got that shit. He got that shit over.
Me and Brian were the only ones I probably think on a podcast standpoint that sat there and said that match would be very entertaining. Ray shot it down. Shiz looked at me like I was the most craziest son of a gun on the planet.
I love Jackass. That's why I was always a fan of Jackass.
Johnny Knoxville is entertaining as hell. Whatever this man will do, he will make you laugh. In a way, he's going to make you show something.
Look how Sammy parlayed that into his own comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
Can't knock it.
Got him a gateway out of it. Yeah.
You're not lying. You're not lying for sure. Yeah, Sammy. Yeah, I'm definitely not taking nothing away from Sami Zayn. He had a hard road, but he's definitely making his. I can't wait to see him go back to the bloodline. I don't give a fuck about this thing he's doing with Gunther.
So
I want to
Oh
see
my
him get back to the bloodline.
question:
I ain't gonna
if
lie.
Sammy never got hurt when he first debuted against John Cena, do you think he would have got a Universal title run or something
No,
like that?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Because he was
I'm not
super
trying to
hot
hate.
at that time. He
Yeah, but
was the guy in NXT.
He was the guy in NXT, but a lot of people are the guy in NXT. Just like what's his name? Fucking Mr. Johnny Wrestling. What the fuck is his name again? I don't even know his name. So
Johnny Gargano. Johnny
Yeah, he
Gargano.
didn't stay in NXT as long as he did. I
There's
think
a
he
lot of
would have
motherfuckers
gotten
that was
more.
the guy in NXT that when they got to the,
But-
and I'm not saying it's their fault, carrying cross, but they just ain't hitting. He ain't hitting the same.
I will say though that if
Is it with
Sammy
Finn?
if Sammy doesn't get hurt, if he doesn't hurt his shoulder against Cena that year, and they kept that storyline where Kevin Owens was the corporate champion type thing.
Yep.
KO was
and
I think-
him and KO were like big feud
KO was a
that
beast when
whole
he came
year.
in on that John Cena, and he beat Cena. That shit
Yeah.
established Kevin Owens' ass.
So I
Yeah,
feel
for
like
real.
if Sammy's not hurt and you need a baby face to put in that situation, Sammy would be perfect. And plus, their rivalry has stood the test of time. No matter where they've gone, it's always been Kevin Steen versus El Generico or Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, whatever you want to call it. But like they're tied like that. Like
Yeah.
their rivalry is longer than Okada Tanahashi's and Rock and Austin's. Like they've had like probably over 50 matches against each other. Hell, he's
No,
the
you're right.
hell. Kevin Owens is the man that sent Sami Zayn packing to make his debut in NXT. Like for real.
Damn,
They
I
had a
didn't know
ladder.
that.
They had a ladder match at Ring of Honor. Is probably by some wrestling fan standards one of the best ladder matches ever, probably top 10. And they showed out. But I mean, I think Sammy has this uncanny ability to connect with the crowd. Like, you know, when I'm not gonna lie, we all said on the podcast before, nobody gave him a chance in hell to be Gunther at WrestleMania. I know I didn't. I didn't think he was the right guy for the job. I thought that should have been Chad Gable.
It was with the Rock.
But
Chad Gable's part, yeah.
But you gotta see like the crowd got behind him. His wife being there was an ultimate babyface move, and Sammy slayed the dragon. Like to me, if they ever did it, Sammy would get a pop, just like when Daniel Bryan beat Evolution in one night, because he's the ultimate underdog, and I've never ever seen Sammy as a heel. I'm always going to see him as the good guy. Like even when he was trying to be a heel with that conspiracy gimmick shit, like that wasn't to me Sammy at all.
It struck
Good
me
point, bro.
different when Sammy. You remember when he helped Kevin win against Shane? When he pulled Kevin from the table, I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna feel on this, because I'm like, I've seen Sammy be a babyface forever. Like, I don't know how this is gonna go, but he made you believe it. He made you believe it. So
yeah, Sammy got charisma, man. There's no doubt about it. But listen, guys, we're gonna go ahead and start wrap it up. I actually got a good idea. I was just coming up with it while we were talking about this. It's kind of interesting. And you know, we've done stuff with trivia show and stuff like that. I think next week maybe we should do something like there's been a lot of top 10 lists. It's been a lot of is this better? Is that guy better? Is this time period better? Would that guy be holding my bags? I'm thinking about maybe next week we come on and we talk about who's your favorite faction, for what reason, who's your favorite, whatever, who was your favorite European champion, and for what reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's your you feel me? Like, who's your favorite?
Remember that title?
Let's do that shit. Let's do that shit, bro. Because I think that'll actually be a really good show for next week. So we'll kind of do like a we did a this or that on the web show. I'm thinking let's just do like a trivia, not trivia. I don't know what the fuck to call it. Let's do questions about shit. Like, favorites
from the hip.
Favorites and shit. Yeah, let's definitely do that. Warren, you're definitely more than welcome to jump back on with us next week if you want, bro. Commission's gonna be coming back. Did we come back with a day? What is it? The next Wednesday, or is it the following Wednesday?
I think you said you wanted the following Wednesday.
18th. Okay, yeah, I think we said the 18th. So commission should be back on the 18th. It'll be 5:00 p.m. We'll be back talking our shit. Me, Dre on Wheels, as well as Warren Marlowe here. And of course, STR is going to be back next week as well, talking all that wrestling stuff. Slim, I'm really glad you were able to jump on with us. You actually made us stay an extra like 40 minutes. And we need it, bro, because I love the conversation. The conversation is hot. And a lot of wrestling to talk about. Lay, it's good. Me and Lay opened the show today. We was opening match. I don't think we've done that before.
When Hogan keep giving me material and he done made Lay go natural.
Yeah.
That means 2025 gonna be scary.
That's right. Lay coming in the building, yo. Lay coming in the building. Yo, listen, y'all see, I know y'all seeing the glitches and stuff that's happening on the computer. I don't know what's going on. But it's getting spooky in here. Oh, they got the Hogan over there too.
I guess one of the old superstar ones. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, they coming back out with the they have like if you go to
him and Flair.
If you go to Walmart, you'll see like the old school wrestlers they used to buy when you were a kid. The Hasbro wrestlers.
You like this one? The Ninja Turtle ones, the newer ones.
Yeah. It's just a dope. But guys. Yeah, I never liked the characters. They had like the zombie wrestlers at one time. It's cool, I guess.
I got the Rock and Cena when they had the actual turtle, like with the little gimmick look they had. I thought those were cooler.
Yeah, they had some pretty cool ones. But guys, we'll be back next week. Of course, it's STR Nation in the building. And we're going to be talking to you guys. Of course, please go check us out on the B-Line Entertainment LLC.com, where you can find all the episodes available for STR, Beeline Web Show, entertainment show, all the shit we do. We do a lot. Commission Talks is on there, of course. And check us out, man. We got a lot of stuff going on. Hit us up if you need any kind of advertising or promotions or anything like that. If you'd like to be a sponsor of the show, we also are accepting those as well right now. And of course, go to YouTube and like, share, and subscribe. Does anybody have anything in closing that they want to close out the show with or talk about? Let's go around the room. Lay, go ahead and let's start it off.
I'm scared because Slim gonna get me.
Just hug.
I already know. I mean,
let me tell you something, brother. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I mean, all I can say is that I never use my creativity clause. I mean, STR gave me one, but I never use it.
Killing it. Layers in the building. She hold us down, yo. She hold us down. Slim. What up, bro? You working hard over there?
Always, man. Before we get out of here, I believe in the next couple of weeks, I think it's in the next 2 or 3 weeks, Zack Sabre Jr. will finally be competing for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Long overdue for somebody of his caliber of a wrestler, especially being the only guy gene behind Kenny Omega to actually win a G1. So that should be pretty good coming up. Karrion Kross is trying to plant seeds to turn the Miz heel, as I saw on a side promo, which I'm all for. I don't like Miz as a babyface. I get it. He's at the point in his career. He just does whatever he wants, whatever the company needs him to. He's the ultimate glue guy. Yep. But I would like one more Miz heel turn and possible mid-card title run. Let him break that Jericho record, since y'all refuse to acknowledge Chris Jericho anyway, like he doesn't exist in WWE.
Good point.
Other than that, man, I think we're still in a very, very good season for wrestling. We've got All Out next week for AEW, apparently Hangman Page just burnt down Swerve Strickland's house. So we're gonna see how that goes.
No. The one that he just announced that he bought back?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. That was an angle? Come on. I just gave him props because I thought that was like a real story and shit. He sold the hell out of that.
Brian's compliment just got reeled on.
I'm telling you right now, it really is. Fuck him. Because I sat there and
said, shout
out to Swerve. That was an angle. All right. Fuck y'all, AEW. That was a little bit too heartfelt. I was like, damn, look at this guy doing this shit. I don't even care about the story. You kind of pissed me off. I don't even.
TK took some Mercedes.
I'm not even mad at Hangman. I'm mad at Swerve. That was an angle, nigga. All right, fuck that. Thanks for that, Slim. Damn, we home and we didn't even get that information.
You just hurt Brian's feeling the rest of the.
Pissed me off a little bit because I was like, I literally right late. I'm about to cry on this motherfucker. Like this guy's over here, buying his childhood house. I feel bad.
The one time Brian have a face moment. The one time.
Over it. Never
That's
again.
It. It's never again.
It. Stone cold, baby. Let's go. Fuck it. Warren, what you got going on, bro?
Back this week, Friday. I've got 2 episodes coming out. I've got one with my buddy James May, a guy that I've known since school and time. So it's just going to be a good cutback chat. He's actually one of the world's top podcasters, and when it comes to ancient histories, podcast type level list, whatever it was. But we're gonna have that, and then you mentioned it before. I'm gonna have Jules Bradley back on live 7 p.m. Friday night, and of course, as everybody can see, I'm raising my shoulder back up. I'm back in the ring September 14th, so it's gonna be some fun.
Good shit, bro.
With that being said, Josh Barnett, holler at my boy. Get him in Bloodsport. We got to see Warren in Bloodsport, baby. We got to see it, baby.
Make it happen. Make it happen. Yo, yeah, I got an announcement for you guys real quick before we all get out of here. Check it out, yo. I don't know if I'm how successful I'm because I fuck up a lot, but tomorrow I'm actively starting this carnivore diet shit. So I'm gonna just be eating meat, just meat and water. I'm trying it. It's been this trend that's been happening on TikTok. I've heard about the carnivore diet for a while, eating a lot of meat, basically just like protein, nothing but protein. I might do like some watermelon here and there. I eat watermelon religiously, but I'm trying it. I'm trying for 30 days. I'm gonna see how successful I am. I've already lost like 17 pounds, but I've just been drinking the shit out of water. But
he said, no bread, no water, just meat.
meat. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna try it, yo. So we gonna see. So maybe I'll be on Bloodsport. I'm strong as shit still. That's the only thing I love. But I gotta lose this fucking weight, yo. But all right, guys, we're gonna be back next week. And yo, it's a great episode, man. Thank you guys so much for jumping in. And Beeline, I love you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Of course, we got back to Dre, back to beyond 11:30. We have a great conversation tomorrow night. I hope you guys can't wait for it.
Hi,
but
Dre.
until then, stay true, stay positive, pay attention, baby. And don't fuck all this domestic abuse shit, man. Stop beating up wives and husbands and calm down. Kids watching that shit. Let's end it. All right, guys, have a great night. Enjoy.